Before we leave the question of diplomacy, I want to ask you whether you think there is a way to address President Putin's desire for greater security. Every country wants to have secure borders without making the kinds of compromises that are inappropriate. Do you see any ideas that might be useful as the diplomats discuss some exit ramp, as they say, from this crisis?
Well, it's a good question, but we have to understand the point where we have been. I mean, the starting point of this crisis. First of all, it is that Russia is putting this or creating this military buildup around Ukraine and then presenting ultimatums. I've already quoted this several times, but it reminds me of the negotiation tactics of the former Soviet Union Foreign Minister Alexei Gromyko, who said basically three things. One is that demand the maximum, do not meekly ask, but demand. Second is that present ultimatums, and this is also something that they are doing. And third is do not give 1 inch in negotiations, because there will always be people in the West who will offer you something, and in the end you will have already a third or even a half of something you didn't have before. So this is the situation, and we have to keep this in mind, because when there are discussions, what could the West offer in order to de-escalate, then they already have something that they didn't have before. But when I'm saying this, that of course there could be, for example, the transparency of the military exercises. We could agree to that. But again, the problem is that Russia is usually not keeping their side of the promise or their side of the agreement. So what is the use? The positive side might be that Russia has not walked from the table right now, and the dialogue is going on with NATO, but we have to be very, very careful that we don't give away something that they didn't have before.